Good morning, students. How are you all? Are you ready for the class today? Good. So, before starting the class, what you have to do? You should be ready with note and pen for taking the notes, isn't it? Have you taken the previous class notes properly? I hope so. So, let me start today also. The same topic we are going to discuss in this class is the first lesson, Introduction to C language. Before getting into our topic, let me sum up the last previous class in short. Okay, do you remember that? Turn the pages of your notes and see what we have seen in the last class. The basic of problem solving techniques, algorithm, properties of algorithm and an example for it. Next, flowchart, merits and demerits of flowchart symbols and an algorithm that together with the flowchart example. Then third one, pseudocode and an example, that advantage of pseudocode, then an example. Together all we have seen in the last class, isn't so? Do you all remember that? Okay dear. So this class we are going to learn C, limitations, features, applications, everything in the C language. Okay. First, introduction to C programming. In that, overview of C programming. Okay. Program. What is program? Already I told you, set of instructions given to the computer is termed as program. Okay. It is used for solving a problem. So if a problem is given, first it will be broke down into smaller task. Okay, then only it will be easy for the computer to take down. Even that smaller task also, again still it will be broken up into smaller tasks, so easily it will be solved out. Okay dear. Then as already you know that there are really basic things such as arithmetic or displaying some text on your screen. Okay, what are the steps involved in programming in computer? First, program development, then program editing, then what we have to do? Then we have to translate to the machine language, isn't it? Then finally execution. So these are the steps involved in the program to the computer. Once again I repeat for you. First one, program development. Okay, then program editing, second step. Third one, we have to translate to the machine code, that is binary conversion or low level language. Then finally execution. These are the 4 steps that involved in the programming in computer. Okay. So again we will be seeing terminologies of C language. So following terminologies would be often used while dealing with the program in computer. This includes 4: source code, object code and bugs and debugs. Okay, let me see what is source code. Source code is a collection of computer instructions, possibly with commands, written using human readable programming language. So what we are coding, that is called the source code, that program written by the human. Okay, then object code, which is translated into the machine readable format, is called the object code. Okay, then bugs and debugs. Already I told you bug. What is meant by bugs? Error. Okay, as it is a human nature, we will make some mistakes in coding the program, that is the error, flaw, failure or fault, and it produce incorrect result. So if the coding is not correct, usually it results up in incorrect result. Okay, then debug. So we have to correct that error, that is debugging. So bug is a error, debug is correcting the errors. So removing the errors, finding out where the error is first and removing it is called the debugging. So types of debugging, what are that? Syntax error, runtime error, logical error. Syntax error is the error in the source code of a program, that is syntax error. Runtime error is the error that occurs while the program is running, that is runtime error. And logical error is that gives unexpected output, that is logical error. Now comes to history of C, where it was developed, when and by whom. Okay, C is a structured programming language developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1973 at Bell Laboratories. Okay, it is one of the most popular computer language today because of its structure, high level abstraction, machine independent feature. C language was developed with Unix operating system. already you learnt that operating systems. Okay, so in that Unix is one of the operating system. So it is strongly associated with Unix, which is one of the most popular networking operating system today. Okay dear, then C language has evolved from three different structured language. One is ALGOL, BCPL and B language. It uses many concepts from those languages such as data types, struct, pointer. Okay, these are derived from that previous languages. In 1988, the language was formalized by American National Standard Institute ANSI. In 1990, a version of C language was approved by the International Standard Organization ISO, and that version of C is also referred to as C89. Okay, this chart will be easy for you to understand from where it is derived. Okay, first the year and the language name and developed by whom. First one 1960 ALGOL International Group. 1967 BCPL, it was developed by Martin Richard. In 1970 the language B was evolved. It was developed by Ken Thompson. In 1973 traditional C, which was developed by Dennis Ritchie, whom we are calling as the developer of C language. Okay. Then 1989 ANSI C, it was developed by the committee ANSI committee. Okay. Then 1990 ANSI and ISO together they formalized that C that was derived in the last version. Then now we are going to see the features of C language. First one, it's a simple, versatile, general purpose language. That is the first point. Simple, versatile, general purpose language. It follows top-down approach. As already I told you, like algorithm, from top to bottom, one by one it will be executed. So top-down approach. It has rich set of operators. Many operators are present in the C language. Then program execution are fast and efficient. Okay, how the program execution? It is fast and efficient. Then that is accuracy. Can easily manipulate with bits, bytes and addresses. Varieties of data types are available. Separate compilation of functions is possible and such functions can be called by any C program. Then block structured language. Okay, it is one of the feature of C language. Can be applied in system programming areas like operating systems, compilers, text editors, network drivers, modern programs and databases. Can be applied in any areas. Okay. Then we are going to learn the C language. That important features are together. It is easily understandable in a pictorial form. Okay, C language, variety of data types and powerful operators, fast and efficient, portable, function rich libraries, modularity, easy to extend. Then we comes for the application of C. C language is used for creating computer applications, used in writing for embedded software, firmware for various electronics, industrial and communications products which use microcontrollers, for creating compiles of different language which can take input from other language and convert it into lower level language. C is used to implement different operating system for various operation. Then Unix kernel is completely developed in C language. It is used to develop application software like database and spreadsheet, for develop graphical related application like computer and mobile games. Okay dear, so these are the limitations. Before that, what are we have learned? Applications and features of C language, isn't it? Now we are going to learn the limitation of C. So even though C has so many features, some limitations will be there, isn't it? Like merits and demerits. Here C doesn't perform runtime type checking. It only does compile time type checking. So while running the program, we cannot check whether there is any bugs or not. So before running in the compilation itself, we have to check it whether it has any bugs. Okay. C does not provide support for namespace like C++. So C++ is the next version of C, isn't it? So without namespace, we cannot declare two variables of same name. C doesn't support the concept of constructors and destructors. Then C tokens. C tokens are the basic building blocks in C language which are constructed together to write a C program. Each and every smallest individual units in C program are known as C tokens. There are 5 tokens in C. So note down this, what are the C tokens? It is the basic building blocks in C language and there are 5 tokens in C language. Note it down one by one. First, variables or identifiers. It can be said variables or identifiers. Second one, constants and literals. Then third one, keywords. Fourth one, operators, and fifth one, punctuators. So these are the C tokens. First one, variables or identifiers, constants and literals, keywords, operators and punctuators. Okay. What is syntax? Syntax, it already I told in our previous class. Syntax is nothing but the rule. Okay. So the syntax of computer language is that set of rules that defines the combinations of symbols that are considered to be correctly structured document or fragment in that language. That is called syntax. So if the syntax is wrong, then error will be showing in the program. Okay. Then identifiers. So in C language, identifiers are the names given to the variables, constants, functions and user defined data. These identifiers are defined against a set of rules. So there is also a set of rules for the identifier, how it should be named. Okay dear. Then rules for identifier. So what are the rules? An identifier can only have alphanumeric characters, that is A to Z, and 0 to 9, that is alphabet and alphanumeric, and also underscore can be included in that. The first character of an identifier can only contain alphabet. Then it can follows with the numbers or underscore. Okay. Identifiers are also case sensitive in C. For example, name and name are two different identifier in C. Both also name, but you could identify that. The first one NAME, all small letters. The next one, the first is in the capitalized form. Okay, so this is two different identifier in C. And keywords are not allowed to be used in the identifier. Some keywords are there. In next class you will be seeing that keywords are not used as a identifier in the C program. Then no special characters such as semicolon, period, white spaces, slash or comma are permitted to be used in or as identifiers. So these special characters cannot be used, only alphanumeric and underscore. Keep that in mind. This alone will be used in the identifier. Do you remember this all? Okay. So remaining we will be seeing in the next class. Before that, once again, can we sum up what we have seen today? Okay. First, introduction, that is overview of C. So what we have seen in the overview of C? Program. So what is program? Okay. How the program is given, how it is broken down into smaller tasks to execute. Then how to develop a program in computer. So programming in computer includes 4 steps: program development, program editing, translating into machine code, and also execution. Then terminologies we have seen 4 things: source code, object code, bugs and debugs. Then types of debugging, what are the 3? Syntax error, runtime error and logical error. Then history of C, this will be easy for you to remember. From 1960 to 1990, how the C program has been evolved. Okay. Then features we have seen. Then applications of C we have seen, isn't it? And then limitations of C. Okay. So then C token. C token is nothing but it's a basic building blocks. How many tokens are there? 5. Variables or identifiers, constants or literals, keywords, operators and punctuators. And syntax. Syntax is nothing but set of rules to define all this. Okay. Then identifier. How the identifier should be and rules for naming the identifier we have seen. So these are the things that we have seen in this class. Okay. Now we reach the last part of this session. Today's activity: write the features, applications and limitations of C. List the C tokens. Write the types of debugging and explain. Okay dear, so all these things we have seen in this today class. So we have to write the features and applications, at least 5 you have to write in each, and the limitations what we have seen there. And C tokens, we have read 5 tokens, isn't it? So write down the 5 tokens. Then types of debugging, how many types of debugging are there? 3. So you have to write the 3 debugging types and you have to explain what it is. Okay dear. So before concluding, be safe at home, maintain social distance. Okay dear. So we will be meeting in the next class. Thank you.